Top Gun Maverick mode right now, Kevin.
Trash to Cash podcast. How's it going? This is episode, whatever the heck episode it is. I'm Dave, NC
36 or 7
builder with CARY American Arbitrage, and the deceased Commonwealth Auction House is on the channel as well.
Garage Sale Nation.
I almost
really
put that in
upsetting.
the title, my little name down here. I almost put Commonwealth Auctions just for you, Dave.
I was going to try to bid on that Bob Ross Chia pet, but it wasn't called Commonwealth Auctions anymore, so I didn't know what to do.
Can't do
That would
anything.
be
I don't
funny
know
if
who
you just,
Garage
like-
Sale Nation is.
Kevin, this was like a whole nother idea. Remember VH1's pop-up video?
Yeah,
Your Commonwealth Auctions should have just, like, you pop up, like, different things behind you they could bid on in the comments.
No, or just
That'd be
comments
cool.
after the fact. Be like, I paid this person so much money to be in this staged garage sale video.
True. Well, I'm just
They're
saying, like,
suing.
take the same
I
NC
think-
Flipper video and just add the pop-ups.
All right, so I actually think it's a good idea to do what I was going to do with Commonwealth Auctions and do these short videos and whatever to make money off of them long term if you title them right. I think it's a good idea. The problem is I didn't do it. That's a problem. So if you
is
have
a
a
problem.
dead channel that's monetized, like I'm sure Dave's got 7 or 8 dead channels
At least
that's
10.
monetized, turn it into, somebody out there might have one that they did for some other reasons monetized. Just start posting your videos, your auction videos, and house them on there, and you can get views and might lead people to your auction too, maybe.
Here's a $1 million idea if somebody wants to steal it. Just take footage from other resellers, like the garage sale videos, and then do the robot voice over it and just explain what happens in the video. In this video, this reseller found this, and that's all. But it's all the robot voice, and you can give them credit. But I think
Cincinnati
people
Picker
dig
did that. Cincinnati Picker did that. Sort
There we
of.
go.
Do you remember that?
He knows
Dave?
what's up.
Yeah, he talked over... Whose was it, though? They
lot of
did
Josh.
each other's.
A lot of Josh.
No, there was someone else, too.
Yeah, you might be right. Somebody
Yeah.
else.
Did he do one
Anyway.
over Lonnie's? Oh, Ryan.
Don't
Maybe
remember.
Thrift Minds. I think he did one over Thrift Minds.
Maybe.
I think. I don't know. Whatever. What are we doing here? I just
don't know, what are we
finished
doing here?
packing
I ask
my...
myself every day.
I just finished packing my orders. I was like 4 minutes late because I was packing the last item.
3
been
of them.
such a crazy-
The last one
No,
was tough.
No, I had 39 items sell this weekend.
Wow,
39.
that's
Oh,
more
wow.
than me. Holy
So what?
moly.
At $3 per, that's like over $100 minus what you paid. You only lost a few bucks
ASP of $20.
of $20. Wow.
$20
Dude,
per
you're
item.
my
$20
ASPs
per
out.
item.
Oh, per item. Sorry, that's what ASP means.
item.
Sorry, I was thinking like total for some reason.
And 13 of them were $5 Skylanders, meaning all the other ones
Oh, yeah,
were
that's
pretty
good.
decent sales.
So, but was this the same thing you're talking about on the Philly Flipper
Listen, we're not going
Live
to go
show?
into the details
22
of
things to a viewer.
19 of the
Yeah.
items being to a viewer. That's a whole separate topic. And you know
speaking
what? I
of that
marketed myself, and that helped those sales happen, Kevin. So they're just as good as
I'm
any
sure
sale.
You
all
are
the
the.
people
You
watching
should
it.
respect that, Kevin.
Oh,
You are the
yeah,
king of
right.
it.
You're a master marketer, manipulator, whatever we call it.
CARY, this guy, it's so funny he'd give me a hard time because I just was watching his video while suffering through his latest Commonwealth Flipper video.
Dude, he
and he's
he
like
did a
25
video.
he's like 25% of my sales at least were from viewers. 25%.
He legitimately did a video where he just got solar paneling. That gives me hope that I could just talk about anything, and people will watch. Well, at a smaller amount, but still.
Oh
yeah,
man! Well,
that's-
look, why I do that, Dave, is because I want people to realize that hey, I'm getting 25% of the sales. That was a little high, to be honest, but it was what I got that day. Were from viewers, and so I don't want them to watch the show and think, oh, it's eBay's easy. When I got 1/4 of the sales to viewers,
Yeah, no,
just
that's
trying to
fair.
be honest.
That is, yeah. I try to hide it. I pretend like they weren't.
Well, you did at
viewers.
the beginning
But-
of the show,
yeah.
just
Yeah.
FYI.
But in all honesty, any viewer, if they want to put in the work, can start a YouTube channel. They could just rant and rave in an abandoned shed or wherever, like you're doing, and then they could start to get a following. It's the truth.
true.
So yeah, they could do
if
what you're
CARY
doing.
could do it, anybody could.
Hell
do it.
yeah! If I can do it, that should be hopeful for everyone else.
If 20, yeah, so 20 of my orders were not from viewers. I bet you beat me now, Kev.
I did.
What if you take out viewers?
Let me
though?
see what I
We're
got.
probably pretty
since we're
close.
doing this.
That's a good call.
We're probably
That's a good
pretty
call.
close,
We're
yeah.
probably pretty close. It was actually
Yeah.
a slow weekend for me, and
It was a slow weekend for me too, and I was just listening to Pittsburgh Pickers live when I was packing up, and he said that he hasn't been selling like anything on Poshmark What's Poshmark? Anyone tell me what that is?
I haven't sold anything in like over a year on Poshmark, but I have 30 items I have to ship out. So you guys who think I don't sell anything, that's dozens of $2 cards.
Wow.
Dozens.
That's amazing, dude. I'm really
It's actually
proud of you.
some decent stuff in there, probably.
So, CARY, we should talk a little bit. Okay, first, do we want to start off? I've got 2 topics we can start off with, and then Kevin wants to go off, whatever that means.
Kevin's got he wants to go off. Postal. He's going to go postal.
2 topics would be CARY's new content. And second, the atrocity that was the latest Reseller clickbait podcast.
I did not watch
which do you want to talk about first?
I don't care. You go for it, man. You choose
first, but I'm going to go with the clickbait podcast.
You want to hear the
clickbait? Dude,
did you watch? And Jimmy knows. Well, actually, SSK. What is SSK Promo's first name? I don't know.
It's
Bob?
Greg?
No.
Let's go with Wilson.
No,
Tom Hanks.
Ronnie?
Ronnie
Hart? Ronnie Hart?
Ronnie Hart. His name is Ronnie Hart. So SSK Promo, he knew it was going
Bill.
horribly.
That's what it is.
What is it?
Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill. Okay, well, whatever. Mr. Bill
Forget it.
knew it was going horribly wrong the whole episode. Jimmy had this idea to do the whole podcast where they tell each other dad jokes, puns, and try, you win if you get someone else to laugh. So the goal, CARY, when I tell my dad joke, is for you to not laugh. If you laugh, I get a point. Kevin, if you laugh, I get a point. So literally the wole podcast is an hour of awkward silence. Like they read a terrible joke, and then they look at each other for like 10 seconds. Yeah.
That's high art.
Okay, here's mine.
That's like Norm Macdonald humor. It's just high art, sophisticated.
And SSK Promo was like, this is the worst ever. Like, he knew it just was going so poorly, and Jimmy's like, I don't know.
It's
Yet I
kind of
still
like
liked
this
it. I don't know.
podcast
It was
when
weird.
you would read when all the people would make the phone calls and you read them incessantly.
Yeah, it was like that. Yeah.
It was about as bad as that, huh?
Yeah. So basically, I think for any podcast, my advice is your goal is to not aim for awkward silence. That is the opposite of what you want to aim for on an audio
That's the worst
show.
thing. That's why we talk over each other a lot, because we are deathly afraid of awkward silence, because then you don't know what Kevin's going to start rambling about if we give him any room to get in there,
Yeah,
I got a list today.
I'm going to finish with this. So Jimmy and SSK Promo are not offended. They did an excellent job of executing on their plan. Jimmy's plan was just awful. And that's all I want to say.
There we go.
Jimmy, comment below. Let me know what you think. Kevin, let's hear one of your amazing topics. He has all these topics.
I've got the typical ones. The bolo, the tip, the comments. I got them all. So the typical, but I've got some other rant and raves. Let's start with a typical here, since Dave.
Yeah, just
give
us
you a little
tip.
prep.
Yeah.
Just the tip.
Buy the whole tub. Buy the whole tub. There's my tip. I'm editing my own videos. I'm like, why didn't I just buy the whole tub?
That is so true.
Twice I have done it in the same video, and I know I didn't. Go ahead, CARY.
No, but that's actually really good advice, strangely from you. But seriously, it's a great advice. I've done that a lot of times with toy tubs I see, like at swap meets up in Utah. People are picking through them, looking for the gems. And once you see a few, you could look at a tub and go, that's a good tub. There might be some dollar toys, but there's definitely some $50, $20 toys. You just buy the tub at that point, and you'd be surprised the kind of prices you can get. If it's Tupperware lids, goodness, they'll give them away.
I see everybody buying Tupperware now. It's crazy. It's all around.
I know. I was listening to that. I actually watched your last 2 videos. They were good.
I watched one of them, and I watched a quarter of one of CARY's. So I'm definitely on top.
Thank you. I guess that's good, right? You were there for that one.
I bailed when you were at the flea market or something. It was you talking. I'm into this, and then you're randomly shopping, and I'm like,
yeah.
Here for his sourcing video.
You were literally there, so you didn't really have to watch the video.
That was the thing, yeah. I'm there. I'm looking all huge with my GoPro backpack on. Everyone's making fun of me in the comments.
I straight up lied in that video and said I was Commonwealth Picker. I never took it back either.
It's true, it did.
Somebody this is hilarious. So somebody was on my garage sale. Now I'm still not done with my topic. Now you got me distracted. So somebody put on my revamped, rebranded, I don't know what you want to call it, channel, Garage Sale Nation. Somebody besides Dave, he made a comment. I miss Commonwealth Auctions. So, but somebody, it was. I'm trying to think. Oh, I know what it was, because I put this video out about the Endless Yard Sale 301 just as like a tutorial.
I watched that crap too.
Why?
I tried to
Watch all
watch
your
it. I
crap.
tried to.
It's not designed
Probably because
for
I've been there and I
entertainment.
knew the towns, and I was like, yeah, Smithfield's good. I had a good time
Yeah,
there. And I started in Dunn, actually, when I went. But go on.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go.
Which
That's
was
good
your
stuff.
suggestion.
So yeah, well, the second
Well, you
day,
said
but whatever.
You said yes. Yeah.
No, I'm talking. Oh, the shorts. So I still putting out the shorts on that channel. I'm gonna keep putting out shorts on there because somebody's like, "Oh, I love the shorts," whatever. I'm like, "All right, I'll put the shorts out." And so somebody comments in the video because I'm never in it. They're like, "Man, this guy sounds just like Commonwealth Picker." I'm like, it is. I don't understand. It's because the channel name changed to Garage Sale Nation, and it popped up and it said Garage Sale Nation, and I guess I don't know. They didn't think it was me. I guess. So back to the tub in 301. You would have bought this tub, Carrie, because I'm looking at it. It's a bunch of 90s stuff, and it was mixed in with some McDonald's stuff. So, it's like, whatever. And then I found a mask figure, 1987 or something. Tiny little one, $50 or whatever. But they're still mostly 90s. And the guy was so cheap. I'm like, I walk away from this thing, and I bought 2 things out of the tub, and most of it was junk. But you know what? If I was closer to home, I would have bought it. I didn't buy it because I was the first half of day 1 at a sale in North Carolina. I didn't want to fill up my truck with tubs, but I should have bought it all and sifted through it that night and taken a bunch to donate and just kept the good ones.
I know you were also talking about hopefully in the future doing some whatnot auctions. You can make little toy bags and stuff and sell them through the auction and probably do pretty well because you're gonna have hundreds of people in there overpaying for stuff. You should do it.
Yeah. You'll be able to scam tons of people.
Like Dave. Did you see that? Yeah, Carrie, you were there at the Philly Flipper live event, which was really funny, by the way.
It was.
It was a really good. Surprisingly, it was entertaining with just the 2 of you.
That's weird.
It was so good.
Paul's pretty good.
Yeah, he's all right. I made a proposal. I don't know what you guys think of it, but I think Paul should take over my spot here.
I think it's too much.
I get
when it's
25%. 25
We're
each.
all too ADD and hyper when we're all together.
We're talking about for lives or whatever?
Scary. People
No,
are
I'm
going to
talking about
crash their
forever.
cars. People are going to... Their heads are going to explode. Like, we're too much for most people when all 3 of us are together. It's aggressive.
It's true.
It's very aggressive. I've
Well,
gotten yelled
I
at.
would
This
come
is how
back
Angie's
once a month.
Oddities started hating us so much when we had Paul on. And ever since, she just always talks about how much she hates the Trash Cash podcast because we're mean to Paul.
Oh, is he one of those Paul lovers? Huh?
She's a Paulaholic. That's what we call him. I got that tattoo.
When we have-
Paulaholic right on my arm.
When we have like Paul on, it's like different stages of hair loss too, because like I have a ton of just bushy hair. Dave is high and tight, but then Paul's combing over a pretty aggressive widow's peak.
That is true. Yeah. So
good.
Kevin was about to talk about the fact that I did a whole video dedicated to how I don't like selling on Whatnot. Did you watch that, Carrie?
Yeah, I did. It was amazing.
What'd you think?
I think I'm in a constant every episode of Trash to Cash I say something different, but right now I'm kind of feeling similar to you, honestly. This is what happened. You did your Whatnot, and then Dawn, if you don't know Dawn, Lady Arbitrage, my girlfriend, she immediately well, Dave can get $6 or $7 for this. We got to start doing our auction this way again. And I'm like, no, let's first off, let's just not do an auction if possible. No, we're gonna do one this week though. We're gonna do one. We have a ton of stuff we brought down from Utah. We want to get through. So and then we buy stuff to put in.
Excuse me, I'm coughing. I'm curious,
you're
Dave,
killing
because
audio.
Dave, it sounded like you were. You I don't know exactly why you didn't like Whatnot. I didn't watch the video, obviously, but I got the gist of it.
Who has
Why would
time?
you?
Who has-
Yeah, why would you?
On Paul's channel,
Support a
that
friend
live.
or anything, yeah.
I watched the live.
Harry Tornado would have watched it, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he did watch it. He commented. He said this is better than Kevin's.
Yeah, right. So,
I will do a Whatnot live with you if it's less stressful for you, Dave. I'll just go
that
on and
was
make
a
fun
little
of
better,
everything.
But at that, okay,
I
sorry,
think
go
that's
ahead.
probably true for a lot of people that they don't want to do it because they don't want to actually, be on display and do whatever. I couldn't believe it coming from you, so you got to explain.
Yeah,
I'm not watching the video.
That's
so you gotta
okay.
explain
Understood.
here.
Yeah, no one watched the video. Actually, it's a number 1 out of 10, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, but out of your videos, though, if you put it up against Kevin's
Yeah.
videos, it would be like a
It's
44.
a 10 out of 100 out of 10. No, okay. So my whole thing was I spent about 3.5 to 4 hours pre-listing and then running the auction. So it's like 4 hours of time, and I sold 70 items for bottom dollar, right? Like definitely not top dollar.
Bottom dollar.
Bottom dollar, which is pretty good, you know. And I'm just thinking, like, in 3.5 to 4 hours, I could probably have listed all 70 of those items for full price on eBay.
I couldn't list 70 items.
I did.
Well, maybe
I did
the
42 in 2.5 hours yesterday.
That's
So
moving.
I
That's like
can,
Paul
like,
territory.
So I know I can list.
But they're all
that much
low quality
in 4 hours.
listings, though.
They're good enough to
Mine
sell.
are too.
Yeah,
Mine are too.
I mean,
I don't have a problem with that.
That was the bigger thing, Kevin. The biggest part of it was I think I could sell it for 40% more money, and I could list it on eBay while watching Twilight Zone, drinking soda, and enjoying myself,
So
as opposed to
basically
being
the
on
last
display.
5-6 months of your lives, you guys are just basically fakes trying to, now
We're
you're
trying
just
new
done with
things.
it.
We're just
No,
we're trying.
Kevin, I think that's wrong. That's more real than anything, because all of us as humans are constantly shifting.
I think when you're-
our likes and our dislikes.
I think
and our
when
desires.
it's something young people do, Kevin. It's like you want to try new things, you want to be creative, and you want to branch out a little bit, you know.
Well, I said this in the video, and I just want to make sure this is understood before we go past this topic. I said this in the video. I will still do whatnot auctions for the right items. Absolutely. I just don't really want to do whatnot auctions for $2 plushes and $1. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do whatnot
So why
auctions
are
if
you
I get
buying?
something. What's that?
Why are you buying?
Why am I buying the plushes? Because I sell them on eBay.
Okay. So those
They
were
sell
items
for
you
more than
could
that on
sell
eBay,
For
yeah.
$10 on eBay.
You
also
You're
have
selling
to-
for $2-3.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
You do have to factor in the fact that 20% of what you list may never sell, probably, or at least will take a good while to sell.
Yeah.
So
What you
kinda
need to do
sixes.
is sell them to Josh, and then he can sell them for like $50 a piece.
I know, man. His auctions are insane. I love it though. I bought something
Not
for
as bad as it used to be.
$35. I bought something for $35, put it in my auction, sold it for 18. So I got pretty much a shout. I got a shout out for like $17, and it was credit. I paid with credit, so it wasn't real money.
I did the same. I bought this. I guess my wife bought this Coca-Cola card deck from you for too much money, and I sold it for $1 in my auction. I don't know what she paid you. Probably more than $1 though. Probably
It was probably
purchase.
$1. Yeah, well, yeah, I'll take sympathy, man. It's a buy me a coffee. It's
I don't
building
know.
my shed.
I think so. My only point in my video was that if I'm going to try to enjoy myself, I'd much rather sit down, watch some TV, and list than be on display. And I kept referencing Home Shopping Network because it kind of is the HSN of the next generation, where you're like, check out this Pure Life water, limited 5,000 pieces, and we're gonna start it at only $1. 20-second auctions, get to bidding right now. Like, it's just so salesy. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with the platform. There's nothing wrong with people who sell on there. I'm gonna sell on there. I just don't think it's fun. I don't think it's fun.
You just have to. You can't go in there selling. You just have to realize this is an item that somebody's either going to flip and think they can get a certain amount for, so they're only going to pay a few bucks, or they want it for themselves. And that's always the thing with whatnot, because I will put good stuff in there, but typically when you put something decent that's flippable, you're gonna lose. But
What about not doing the prep? What about not listing all the
I don't
items
prep
and-
like hardly any anymore. It's not worth it.
Surprise.
That stresses
yeah.
me out more, though, because then I feel like they're all waiting for me to do the next item, and I just get stressed. Honestly, I just get stressed. There's a lot of pressure. Like, I could sit and chat with people all day, but trying to run the auction stresses me out. My viewers are like commenting on that video that I should just have Tina run my whatnot. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. Just let her do the whole whatnot thing for me.
Blue Ridge Mama maybe via satellite could do it.
There you go.
Well, she can't get internet. Kevin, I know you're buying a new shed. Have you considered buying better internet?
Yeah, like building a
There is
tower.
no better. Trust me, if there was better internet, I would have bought it a long time ago.
Listen, when you get to 50 million subscribers and you're making that Mr. Beast money, I want you building a tower in your backyard.
Built my own tower.
Cell phone tower, yeah.
Yeah, those towers.
Yeah.
Do you guys have the towers here in Vegas? They have the towers that they try to make look like they're like tropical cactuses or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, they try to disguise them, but they're obviously alien towers or whatever they do with the towers, because we know it's not
And
for cell
here,
phone stuff, right?
and where I live, they turn them into like tree stands. That's what they make them look like.
there we go.
Hunting tree stand. I'm kidding. They don't do that.
Those are good though. Those are good for the purge. If you guys
All right.
ever get involved in a purge.
So CARY was talking a little bit about Facebook. Switch it off of reselling for a second. So, and you posted a video on your Facebook page. So I don't know if I told you this, but they're posting reels now on my Facebook page, and so I'm getting all that hate that I used to get on. Well, I still get on TikTok, but I'm getting it on Facebook, and it's like worse. It's
Yeah.
crazy how much stuff. And it's
Facebook
when
is
you
the
do
worst
that, oh my gosh, it's
for
just
comments.
insane.
Is that?
And,
do you think that's because people on Facebook are always like fighting about politics and religion and everything, and they're like already keyed up, and then they see that and they're like,
I think it's a mixture of Alzheimer's and rage. Mostly.
I don't know that they're all like my dad's on there fighting all the time.
No, I know.
Stuff,
I'm just kidding.
and he's
But really,
sharp.
if you out there are doing content, Facebook is a major play right now. My reels are starting to blow up. Like I'm starting to get some real money too. I'm making more on Facebook than I am on TikTok. And I just did a video on YouTube that got me not even 2,000 views. And in 24 hours, it's at 14,000 on Facebook. Wow. Same video, exact same video.
That's amazing.
So I think it's, if you're making content, I'm not promoting it. I'm not paying somebody like you guys. I'm cheap as hell.
Well, that's impressive.
Well, that's the comment, right? That was the whole. Did you see my post on Instagram about that? I don't know if either one of you saw that, but man,
I'm not sure.
So this lady was just, you are the cheapest cheapskate ever out of all the people who
I did
post
see
videos.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
you were gonna match their donation.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, I was ticked, but it was actually some stuff before that really got me ticked off. Which I responded to that in Kayla's style. I can't believe it. You got me drinking Baja Blast, and Kayla's got me responding to comments.
You're so addicted.
You are, dude.
I called CARY today, and he didn't pick up. And I only had like 3 minutes to talk to him, and then I was too busy to talk the rest of the day. But I called him specifically to see if we could set up an intervention at the beginning of the show for your Baja Blast addiction.
It's getting bad every single day.
Yeah. Blue Ridge Mama went down to Taco Bell today, and it was closed for some reason at like 8 o'clock.
Is that why you're shaking? Is that why you're shaking a little bit right
Your
now?
whole body is quivering. I don't know what's happening.
Turner, too. He's like, I want one, too. I'm like, oh, no.
I think, Harry Tornado did a YouTube video, like I was shaking at this sale or something like that. Yeah. I've randomly got a successful video today. My channel's been dying slowly, a painful and slow death, and all of a sudden I have like a really good video today.
You got a 1.
I think, and I think it's just like, fallout from Kayla's success. Like they're just, they're diarrheaing out onto me or something like that. Like, oops. Because they're all complaining. They're all complaining
I was going to bring up diarrhea, so I'm glad you did. Because I'm wondering if what is the next frontier of clickbait titles? Because we've gone through the angry carrot stage. Is it going to be like embarrassing story stuff? Like, I had violent diarrhea at this yard sale. Like is it going to be stuff like that? Will that catch people? Because then you could just say that you went to the bathroom. You don't have to obviously show anything. I think it'd get demonetized.
No,
I
think
a 1.
You have a 1 out of 10 today? That's what I'm saying. I think the whole entire segment is doing well because of Kayla's success right now.
I got an 8 out of 10, and it's kind of depressing.
Yeah, but the whole entire segment of quality content, and the good stuff.
I had a 10 out of 10 right before that, though. So 10 out of 10 to a 1 out of 10. And it's blown it out of the water 1 out of 10.
So I had a 10 out of 10 on Friday that converted to a 1 out of 10 by Sunday. And then, it was a 10 out of 10 all day Friday, and then it just, Saturday and Sunday just blew up. And then today...
I've never seen that.
Yeah, and then today I released this one, and it's far and away, it's 1 out of 10. So... Yeah, I'm definitely getting some help by association. See, Kayla doesn't listen. We figured that out. She actually outed herself because she didn't believe in my cooking channel, so we knew that she doesn't actually watch the show. So we can say anything we want to about Kayla. It's kind of nice.
True. That's true.
I actually want to have John on it. I want to have the assistant on the show. I think he'd be funny on there. It'd be good.
So eBay relisted one of my items.
Okay. That went over well. I'd like to have Dawn on as well, but whatever.
Yeah. Let's have Dawn on. She wants to be on, too.
Hey, we have a guest coming up, though, don't we? Big day.
Oh, crap. When is that?
Oh, yeah.
Screw that. It was supposed to be today.
No,
I'm kidding. It was not.
No, it's supposed to be the first week of July, so next week. Let me get a hold of our secret guest, and it rhymes with Mel Wilmer.
Mel Wilmer?
It's Val Kilmer.
I didn't get to finish my story about Facebook, by the way. So I did. You've seen the video. I put it out now. The John Deere hat one where I chased the guy down and give him the money. Right? You've seen it multiple times. All right, stop messing around, y'all. You've seen it. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna call Paul.
Better call Paul.
Maybe me and Paul start a podcast. That's it.
Oh, that'd be boring. Go ahead.
They put out, this Jelly Smack redid it and put it out, and then I put out a different one. So there's like 3 different incarnations of this video. And so I look at Froggy's Facebook thing, and he's got a John Deere hat in his video, same as mine. It's from years ago or whatever. They recycle this stuff sometimes, and nobody gives him crap about it. He doesn't even mention how much.
Did he buy it off someone's head,
Listen,
Kevin?
No, it doesn't matter.
Did he trick an old man? Is this really relatable at all?
Everybody's like, "Oh man," I'm like, "Dude, whatever." He's like 5 years
you
old.
You are the cheapest reseller out there as far as what you offer people.
Right. Well, you should look at my post. I got ticked off about it. So he's mentioned in this, he buys this unbelievable lot of stuff. I mean, this lot of hats. He doesn't say it on his video. He doesn't mention how much he paid for it, whatever. And he's going to make a killing on it. Nobody criticizes him at all. Thrifter Sifter, when he makes his videos, he doesn't get near the criticism I do as well. And I figured out what it is, because he does voiceovers. He doesn't do the interaction. The people he's dealing, well, he does sometimes. Like, CARY, you do the mix, right?
Yeah,
sometimes
I do the hybrid.
The hybrid.
I do voiceover with interaction, yeah.
But, who knows? I'm showing the real deal, the real interaction. I'm not being critical of these other people, by the way. And so, Dave, don't be like, he calls out.
Kind of feels like you're calling out.
Sifter.
Yeah, wow. Matt's such a nice guy, too. Why would you do that?
I'm just pointing out the differences. And when you do a voiceover, you could pay $5 for something, but they might have been asking $20. And so you don't show, I don't think he does that. I'm not saying that. But, Dave, you show it. You show your lowball offer and whatever. Yeah, and it's live stuff.
They love it.
But doing the voiceover, I could have done that exact same video and done a voiceover. And I could have come out looking like I was the nicest guy in the world and wouldn't have got a comp. Right?
This guy wanted to give it to me for free, but I made him take $5.
The voiceover. How much is it? $5.
I know he would have taken.
Only replace his voice.
Because like, oh, you could have paid up for it, whatever. I'm like, I did pay up for it. I could have got that thing for $1. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Or $5 at the most.
In your little Instagram rant, you made a really good point though that I actually related to, where you said, you were trying to get them to match a donation for charity, and you were saying, or basically put your money where your mouth is, or are you only spending other people's money? Because that's the truth. People are always saying you, Kevin, or us should offer more money when it's our money, and you're right, we're trying to support families. A lot of us are doing this full time, not making a truckload of money like Dave is in his full time job. So we're trying to put food on the table, Baja Blasts in our belly. And it's a lot.
Full of money. A Jeep full of money, not a Jeep.
Gas. Did you hear that gas is high? I don't know. I don't usually fill it up, but
Bolo alert. Gasoline. So now every time I see at a yard sale a gas can, I go check to see if it's full, see if I can talk him into selling it for $1 or something, like a full 5-gallon can. That'd be a good flip. Just put it on eBay.
What if it's diesel? Can you smell the difference?
I can taste the difference. You have to taste it.
That's a good point.
If you just take one sip, they've got these protective things that make it hard to drink now.
Exactly. You got to have at least a liter before you know for sure.
CARY, I was thinking based on your behavior and your talking, maybe you have a CO2 leak in your house.
Oh, was I making a lot of movements?
No. No. I was just making fun of you. I'm sorry.
I hope I don't have a CO. Now I'm going to get paranoid.
You don't have a sensor? Don't you have one of those detectors? I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I'm sure I do. I don't know. I didn't check.
So what happened? Okay, so last week we didn't talk about diarrhea at all, and the video flopped.
Goodness.
The video flopped aggressively because we did not mention
I'm sure that's why.
One time in the show, and it just was the worst video we've done in 3 months. And
it was, I would tell you right now, it was the best video we've done. That was the best podcast we've done. So if you haven't listened to it, do 2 things. Go back and listen to that podcast and subscribe and hit that bell. There's no reason we shouldn't get the same amount of viewers every time.
Yeah.
Should we have
some? You're going to have to sit through this with Paul because I'm not.
Should we have diarrhea talk? Should we have a segment? Because I have some questions. Why do I always have corn in it and I hardly ever eat corn? I hardly ever eat corn.
Well, it never really breaks down, so the corn could be from a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, it's like old corn, yeah. It's like gum.
Honestly,
8 years to digest.
You might have some polyps in your colon, and you should
I hope
probably
not.
get it
That's
checked
scary.
out. Well, they'll block the flow.
Oh, they will?
I don't know.
I always seem to have corn in there, and I don't even eat corn because it's a vegetable, and that's
Hey,
why would
can
I
I
eat
tell
that?
you what? This is important. Okay, so remember Jake Yakov Benz. Kevin, you can come back for this. Yakov Benz was very concerned. Kevin's walked off the show. He was very concerned about the fact that he lost 4 subscribers, right? And he thought it was because he copied my video title. I went back and I watched the video, guys. Do you know what the first topic he discusses is? His colonoscopy. Literally, his colonoscopy is like, well, I don't know why anyone would have left when I was talking about a colonoscopy. Like, that's not really something people want to chat about. Jake's colonoscopy.
Well,
I mean,
it is
young.
better content than what he does because,
That's true.
terrible shipper doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's something like a colonoscopy is something you just kind of mention and then you try to get away from as soon as possible. You don't want to get
I want to
into
point
it.
out something. So, in the YouTube space, when you connect with these other people and you bring other people along, well, I'm not going to get into details, but, Paul has been, brought along, Kalen, whatever,
Yeah,
he's in like 4 of my videos.
He's
5,
like part
I don't know
of.
what he is.
He's in your coaching tree, like you're the coach, and he was like he's part of the coaching tree.
in the MLM of
And then
Kevin.
Dave has
Kevin,
the puppet
yes.
master, and he tells
Yeah,
him how to
exactly.
do the thumbnails and stuff.
Yeah.
But I will say that Yakov is like connected to Paul, and Paul hasn't done anything for him. So.
No, he's
Yeah,
just very
that's true.
selfish.
Yeah.
Paul's very
It is.
selfish.
Terrible.
And actually, I did figure out why
true.
we actually did poorly with last week's episode. It's because we had all these terrible podcasts in the thumbnail.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep,
And
that's true.
and they're
There was a
also
lot of
too
bad
small,
ones.
and you can't see it.
Yeah, it was
you gotta
awful.
be big.
Bad
You
thumbnail.
should have done like the Jake Paul one and other ones that were
Isn't
popular.
it crazy though how the thumbnail and the title are like 99% of the game?
It's so much. It's so annoying. I can't even do just a crappy photo of me and put focus without it totally ruining the chance of me to get anybody to watch my video. Nobody watched that video. I've watched it more times than the rest of the people have watched it.
Carrie, so the first time you did it, was it your face like that? Because maybe you could try
No,
a
I
different
just
face. Like
I
Brad
changed.
Pitt or-
I'm like because you said something about sweaty headbands because I have a story about a sweaty headband in there. So I just changed it to sweaty headband because I gave up. I'm just gonna see what happens if I put something stupid in.
Is it like a hairy tornado? Well, you probably auction that up. It's like
Yeah.
No, I don't have the
sweaty
sweatband
hairy
anymore.
How much would that sell for?
So now it says the key to unlocking eBay success: sweaty headband.
Yeah.
It used to
I
say
thought-
focus.
Yeah, now I'm gonna get people wondering what the hell I'm talking about.
Like what? Sweaty headband? Look at the face you're making.
I've decided
clicking that, Carrie.
I've decided that I need to do part of my videos outside so I can get a good thumbnail. I'm just gonna be outside on my terrace.
Also, if you could like make your face less aggressively close to the camera.
I don't know how to do this. I suck
Just
at everything.
go
Yeah.
like this when you're holding the camera instead of like this. So there's 2 angles. There's this one and then there's this one. Go with the second
I'm
one
holding
for
it
the
like
thumbnail.
this far away. I mean, it's not like right up in my grill, dude. I just have a
It's
big head.
really closely framed face. I think it's good. Honestly, I don't know why that one failed. I can't really figure it out because I thought it was a good video. Kevin, did you watch all Carrie's Flipper videos?
Do I watch Carrie's Flipper
No.
videos?
Yeah, his recent ones. He's
He's
just
taking a
getting
nap.
back
watched,
into it.
No, I watched a portion of 2 videos ago. I think is what I got.
So you're
Nice.
responsible for his low watch time. You just watched the small portion of it.
No, I actually
the
find
first
him
one did
entertaining.
okay.
I would watch his far sooner than yours, Dave.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I'm trying to think like what was different about your first one and your second one. I mean, maybe just shorter. Wait, was
There
the
are
sweaty
so many
headband?
things.
The sweaty
It's like
headband had
eBay.
you sourcing randomly, right, in the middle.
Yeah, was that dumb? I just thought that'd be
Maybe-
fun to add.
Yeah, maybe that's part of the problem.
I'm telling you, there's so much that goes into it that we don't even get.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like eBay. You get some. I literally had an item that hadn't sold for 4 years, and I sold 4 of them. I mean, it's just so stupid. I don't quite understand how it all.
Yeah, it's weird. Jenna, did you see Jenna confirmed in the comments from this most recent week's video that I did teach her the word reprehensible? She had never heard of it before
Yeah.
me.
Nice.
That's exactly what she said. That's exactly
Here, I'll
what she
teach.
said.
I'm going to teach everybody a new word. It's one of my favorite words. Kevin, let's see if you know this word. You probably do. Panoply. Have you guys heard of that word before? Panoply.
Yeah, I've heard you say it before, multiple
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Yeah,
you
it is
said
basic.
Our viewers have all heard you say it multiple
Multiple
times.
Yeah.
Pan
Basically, it's-
all and opoly. I mean, what's the word? Tell me what it means.
It's like many of something, like a bunch of something, like a panoply of stuff to sell. Like you have a bunch
Panoply
of crap.
dirty diapers.
It's basically like a bunch or a multitude of. So,
Well,
yeah.
like a pantheon is a group of theos is gods, so pantheon is all of the gods.
So
So
there you
CARY
go. You
has
broke it down using
in a
is that
weird
Latin
way,
or
yeah.
Greek? Pans.
Pantheon is Greek.
Okay.
I think.
Carrie has
Well,
a
they're
panoply
kinda-
of skid marks in his underpants.
Oh yeah. But the key is you just turn the underwear around every other day, and it's not as bad.
That's true. Yeah, you also could just use toilet paper, but I know it's against your,
I have a bidet.
sensibilities.
I have a bidet. It's broken, but I do have it.
He got out of the habit. Okay, can I tell you? eBay relisted an item again, without my permission. Just randomly relisted an item.
No, that's not true.
It is.
Go
I think that happened to
No,
me
that's
actually.
not
It's for
true.
real.
So
People
what
are gonna
happened?
rip me
Kevin?
up in the comments, and they're gonna be like, whatever. I've never had eBay.
I want to show you. Check it out. Can you see this? Can get your binoculars on.
I need my
Try to
glasses
read
for
this
real.
crap.
I can't read that.
Okay, I'm going to zoom in. eBay listing is confirmed. Pete's Dragon Build-A-Bear. Your item sold January 27th. Your item sold again June 24th. No additional time I listed it. It never got relisted. It just sold a second time without me listing it to a viewer, thankfully. So hopefully Donna's understanding. But I can't ship this because it already sold January 27th. Why did it sell again? It was only a single. I went and looked at the original listing. It was only one quantity. It doesn't make any sense.
Did you list the item twice?
I did not. That's
How
the
do you
whole
know
point.
you did?
Because it would have sent me an email saying your listing is confirmed. It always does. And that's what I was just showing you. It only showed the first time I listed it. I never listed it again.
That happened. Pretty sure that happened to me too, because I took a bunch of stuff down when I moved, and then I sold one of the items that I had taken down, and I was almost positive I had taken it down. And I went and looked, and there was another similar item that had got reposted too. I'm pretty sure I took it down, so now I don't have that, so I've got to figure out what to do with that, which is annoying.
See, I don't
I'm
even
usually very organized, and this is
How do you
driving me
deal
crazy.
with those emails? I mean, do you look at those emails? I have a another set of email, or another email that I never, ever, ever look at that's dedicated to eBay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look at these unless I need information. So I go in and I search this inbox when I need something. And I needed to figure out if this had already sold because I searched my whole entire garage and couldn't find it. And then sure
that's
enough,
terrible.
I saw it had already sold January 27th, and then it sold again. Actually, Kevin, you did a magic of editing on your Flipper video where you're like, oh, I have to go find this item. And then you just were like, magic of editing, I'm back. How long did it actually take you to find that item? I'm curious.
Depends on which item it was. Was it shoes?
Ah, gosh, I don't remember.
I
was
do that
listening,
often
not watching.
because I have these bins, and who wants to watch somebody dig through? And it's hard to dig when you're holding
Yes.
a camera.
Yep.
And
Yeah, listen to that,
I'm
Dave.
like, well, this is stupid.
That is,
I'm just going to put it over here and
Well,
do
the
it that
problem,
way.
Carrie, I try to do that, but I have so much to say, so much important stuff to
Oh.
say that I just can't even
Important.
stop talking. It's just so urgent. Okay, so my family randomly left today and went to Connecticut, by the way.
Oh, are they coming back, or
We'll see.
is it,
In the dog
is
house.
it for good?
No, it's
Finally.
so my wife and kids were supposed to visit my brother in Connecticut at some point this summer, and they were going to do it in August when we went to the 127. Is that what it's called, Kevin? The 127?
yeah, which we have to talk about.
Okay, so they were going to do it then, but then we found out gymnastics only has 1 week off all summer, and it's this week. And they don't want her to miss any of the gymnastics because it's core training, I don't know, some sort of learning the basics time. They can't miss any, whatever. It's stupid and expensive. Kevin knows. He's nodding with recognition over there. And my daughter's going to be insanely buff, by the way, too. She's working out 14 hours a week. I'm sitting there eating s'mores, watching. And we'll talk about the world's best s'mores in a
You
minute.
can list some stuff at those gymnastics.
I know,
meets,
yeah.
boy.
I might
Edit some,
have to.
if you edit it on your phone, you could edit in between the 4 events, man. I've done that.
I mean, yeah. So long story short, we ended up flying them all up there today. They went on their first plane ride because planes are pretty much cheaper than gas now.
Yeah,
as far as driving.
you forgot to mention that it was the
Planes don't
cheapest
use
tickets
that.
you could find legally.
Spirit, yeah, Spirit. I mean, I still don't know if they've arrived. They were supposed to get there a couple hours ago.
It's better than JetBlue. Are
tape
they
on
still
the
in
wing.
business?
Yeah, they got cardboard windows. No, they made it. They made it. And Tina actually said it was the smoothest flight she's ever been on. So that's interesting. Spirit. The problem with Spirit, this really bothers me how they do it, is the ticket said $150. Then to pick a seat, not a good seat, but just any seat to choose one is $35 a person. And then to get a carry-on bag that you put in the overhead, it's $40. To get a bag you put under the plane, it's $50. So when you add it all up, it's like $300 a person instead of the $150 you thought you were paying. That's some scam
Just don't
stuff.
get back. Just send them to Walmart or something, and they can buy a $4 T-shirt and whatever. And
Yeah,
get some
there you go.
toiletries, and you're good.
The problem I have with Spirit Airline, I don't want to take any airline that kind of tells me what could happen if things go wrong. Because if you die and become a Spirit on that airline, it's too spot on with my fears of flying. Yeah. Like Delta, what's the worst that could happen? Is Delta like a river or something? I don't know.
So is that why you're going to drive back here? I saw a van today. My wife stopped. We were going up to the
You
lake
thought of
for a
me
minute
when
to
you
get
saw
some
a
fish.
van?
No,
Van down
I
by
did,
the river.
actually. That's right. And a nice, it's like $3,200. Got a ton of miles, but it's in good shape. I'm like, man, I need to get one of those take to 127. But Carrie, you're going to bring. What are you bringing? You bringing the?
I'm probably going to.
Vacation.
I'm actually. I don't think I want to take my van because I'm going to take like my Honda. So we're going to have to be careful what we buy, honestly, because it's more
On a
dependable.
3-week trip.
So
Here's the thing: I don't like
what we
flying.
buy.
I would fly honestly, and I don't like it. Dawn's more scared of flying than me. But the thing is, we're going to the 127, and then 2 weeks after it's the FlipCon. So we're like, let's make it a cross country thing. Why not?
So you should buy stuff, and then at our little meetup, which somebody has to figure out because I ain't got time for this.
I was thinking we could do whatnot at Kevin's house with his internet.
Yeah, but you could like sell it to people at the meetup. It'd be like set up a little yard sale table, and we could do the podcast, and you could be selling stuff.
Maybe I could do one when we're at the Airbnb, and you guys could just, like when you did your whatnot auction and you did none of it, you just had other people do it for you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys could just do it for me, and then I could just
I had an idea.
pop in.
Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
I invited a couple of big names. Reagan's here. How you doing?
Hi, Reagan.
I invite her.
Hi, Reagan.
I thought she was at camp with her friend. Already back?
No, she's not.
Oh, no, she went to a theme park.
She went to a theme park.
King's Dominion.
Fun.
You can put that
Yeah.
in.
Okay, I need
talking about gymnastics here.
No. Talk about King's Dominion. I want to know your favorite roller coaster.
All right, here we go. Now you get thrown under the bus. Go ahead.
I went to Busch Gardens, not King's Dominion.
Oh, she did. Kevin said you went to King's Dominion. Busch Gardens way better. What was your favorite ride there? Did you go on Verbolten?
Yeah, that one's actually my favorite.
That's the best ride, absolutely. It's got like a drop, it's dark, and then it zooms. Super fun.
So
Double
it's a
launch.
roller coaster, basically.
No, dude, it's amazing. It's better than pretty much any roller coaster you've ever been on.
Yeah.
Yep, see? She knows. She knows. And how's gymnastics going?
Good.
Can you do a cartwheel? I just learned one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Now,
I would love to see.
Yeah, I can do it. But the problem is that I get hurt for a couple days after because it just hurts really bad. But one day I might learn a round-off. Actually, round-offs might be easier, Carrie. You should start with that.
Oh, no. I pull a muscle just getting out of bed. I'm not doing any of that.
He eats a lot of burritos in bed.
A lot.
That's the
Burrito
problem.
Do you need to
Yeah.
say anything here? You want to say something? Did you have a question for me?
Any merch? Anything
Give a
at
dollar, sell a
Any
dollar.
CommonwealthPicker.com?
new merch
Get your
information?
stickers.
Actually, there is
Sticker.
trash. That's right. Don't forget to get your sticker.
Yes.
Got to finish it off. There's
At CommonwealthPicker.com. I know it.
There you go.
There you go. There
trash
it is.
to cash.
Trash to
and
cash,
the
put a
trash
sticker
to
on
there.
t-shirts aren't here yet. Still, it's ridiculous. But
Bye.
Which ones?
Don't forget to
bye.
get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
There we go.
Well done.
that's good stuff.
Kevin, I had
no
an
idea
idea
what I
about
was
the
talking
meetup.
about.
I had an idea about the meetup.
Okay.
What if we rent an Airbnb for one night? And that's where we do the meetup so we don't get murdered.
Ah,
Right?
yeah, I like that. But a lot of Airbnbs don't let you have a lot
Just
of people.
one night.
And I don't know how many people. I think we ought to find. And somebody said this in the thing. They're like, and Eric's been sending me a few places. OBX.
Okay.
I think we should get I don't know, maybe a bowling alley will let you rent a room or somewhere.
Oh, like a birthday party kind of scene.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Something
dude.
like that.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Dude, that would be so
Reagan's
good. Oh,
back.
she's back. She's back. Reagan's back. Hello.
Also, I would like to say he gave me his phone to buy pens.
Oh, really?
Ah, the
Kevin,
truth.
I thought it was
The
unauthorized.
the
Uh-oh.
truth.
The truth will set you
It
free.
is true. It is true. I said, hey, look at what Paul's doing here. He's got an auction here. I didn't say you could go spend all my money.
Quite a lot.
My fake money. My funny
Yeah.
money.
Well,
Credit.
you paid
She
for
likes
Paul's
Paul.
lunch, so
I
it was
don't know
good
why.
of you.
But she
Yeah.
likes Paul.
He's
'Cause
the
he's-
Connect 4 master.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a hard game. He probably cheated, I'll be honest.
That's true. I don't trust Paul at all.
Yeah, when you weren't looking, he was cheating.
See you later, baby. Oh, and that
You don't
shirt
have to
going-
save $1 or donate $1 if it's credit. That's the
shirt-
loophole.
The shirt
true.
you're wearing came from Matt, Part-Time Pickers.
Maverick
Sorry,
Surf
so
Company.
if Matt's watching, I'm sorry, Matt, for watching this nonsense. But thank
It
you
looks
for the
like they
shirt.
ripped off the Quicksilver logo a little bit.
His wife, just tell you how nice guy Matt is. His wife they were out one day and they bought T-shirts from that place for each one of us and sent them to us.
Wow.
Which not for
Nice.
any shout outs or anything. That's just what she did. Really nice.
That's awesome. Did you remember to review our podcast yet, Carrie?
Review our podcast?
On iTunes,
What?
yeah. On iTunes.
I'm supposed to do it?
Why
Doesn't that
not?
seem
Have you
weird?
done it yet?
No, I don't. Maybe, I don't know.
It
I'll
should
go.
be an easy 5-star unless you don't like the show.
I have some complaints, honestly.
Okay. Is Kevin the only one you like as well?
Yeah, Kevin is my favorite.
Why
That's
you
why I
gotta be such
tease
a
him so
hanger-on?
much.
Why you gotta be such a
Hey,
hanger-on of
I
Kevin?
feel like Kevin offers the most.
He has
for
the
my
most
career.
nipples to grab onto. That's the truth.
That's true.
I was gonna say something about Kayla, but not with that comment. We'll have to.
We'll come back to
Wait
it. Kevin,
a
what's your
while
comment of the
before
week?
I
What's your
say-
comment of the week?
I do
Oh, yeah.
have some comments of the week. While I'm doing comments of the week, you
Okay.
need to think of your bolo of the week. Okay,
Bolo.
bolo of the week.
Bolo.
All right,
Already
comments of the
got it.
week. It's gonna take me a minute to
I
get
sell.
there. Actually,
See, here's the thing. I sell almost nothing, so it's super easy for me to get a bolo of the week.
I thought you sold
$4
39
DVD.
things.
$4 DVD, free shipping. That's what you want to focus on. Like Carrie said last week, I'm the king of it. And that's
I'm just
basically
going
how I
through
do.
all the cards trying to find something that isn't a card. Okay.
No,
I
you
found
sold.
something.
No, you sold that $40 card that you got for free at the
Yes.
card shop as like a father. First of all, why are you accepting Father's Day gifts, Carrie?
Hey,
you're not
hey,
a father.
Hey,
those are
hey,
earmarked for
hey,
actual fathers.
Hey, shut your mouth. No.
Watch Carrie's
No.
video, guys. He's a scumbag.
First off, no, they just gave them to me, dude. I didn't even ask for them. They just handed them to me. I'm not gonna tell them I'm not a father because I feel like we're all fathers in our community. I'm a father to the TikTok reselling community, maybe to some.
the Godfather. That's right.
The Godfather, yeah.
So this is not the comment of the week. I just came across it. Nashville Flippers, Dave, you'll like this. There's a Buc-ee's opening on June 27th in Crossville, Tennessee.
Ooh, hey,
I
is
honestly
that where
need
we're
to
gonna
try
be?
Buc-ee's.
That should be our meetup right there in the
Dude, meet up at
Buc-ee's
Buc-ee's.
thing.
I love it. We can all eat colashes. I think that's what they're called, colashes.
Wait, so it's Tennessee is the South technically, right? So do we have to all be in the back of a truck with our lights on and then playing country music? Is that how the meetups work out there?
No, see, the South is actually better than the North, Carrie. I don't know if you knew that. I've lived
I
in
don't
both.
know anything. I
I
don't know
heavily
anything.
prefer the South. It's
I'm in
way
the
more
South.
warm
I'm in the
tempered.
Southwest. The Southwest,
are.
guys, where you can gamble. This is Vegas, baby. Anything's possible.
Speaking of Vegas, baby, did you actually go yard sailing?
Yes, I actually got up pretty early. And
What time?
It was I think it was 7:30. I was surprised.
Okay.
I actually
we did-
thought. Yeah.
Did y'all see we got a comment back from Burnout? Angelica.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, it's pretty
Angelica.
good. And lots of people commented on her comment. It's pretty good. It's good stuff. Anyway, Angelica, thank you for dropping by. That was nice
I
of
don't
you.
know
I
her
can't
name,
find
though.
the
It's just
comment.
back from Burnout.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so I got two bolos. Number one is crappy pins that you can't sell individually and you lot together and sell for $100. Bunch of Canada pins. And then I sold some Nike Shocks for $85.
Oh wow! Look at you, dude. You're
must
like a
have been in
hype.
good
You're a
shape.
hype beast now.
I'm basically Harold Tornado.
Exactly. You're Harold
Selling
Tornado and up
shoes.
right now.
I'm Dalton. Oh, dude, it's so funny because Kevin complains about Dalton talking about niching down, and then Carrie does a whole video about niching down. Trying to trigger Kevin? Is that what that was?
I don't know. I actually thought of that as I was doing it. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that's what started that thought in my head. I don't know. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah, you're.
I think I do.
Simple
I do feel like Kevin's mad at me, so that might be it.
He is mad at you. Actually, he told me.
Yeah,
I'm
get it.
scrolling down to find the comments and I can't find them here, but I found one good one here. Kevin equals best picker on YouTube. That was nice. That was
That doesn't
idiots.
sound right.
Well, idiot said the idiot fishing fat flipper. So maybe that's not a good thing. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So I would
Anyway,
take that as
he
a negative.
comments on a lot of the videos. All right, where is this thing here? I
Kevin.
can't find it. There were some good ones this week, y'all. Y'all are good out there. Y'all are
Well,
brilliant.
there was a really long thread from Justin, who's a first-time reseller, and something about getting scammed from accepting offers. And
All right,
anything
here's
to
a
say
good
on
one.
that? Nothing.
MF
Okay.
MF flips. All right, MF Flip says
that stands for mother flips.
Yeah.
no, whatever. Change Commonwealth Auctions to Bad Cat Coffee Company presents Kevin the Commonwealth Pickers Garage Sale Nation, sponsored by American Bubble Boy. That should be the name of the channel. That's what they
Pretty
got.
good.
I like that.
What's
Which we didn't. There you
what's
go.
the
American
acronym
Bubble
for
Boy.
that?
That's pretty good. I don't know the answer to that. All right, let's see what else I got. They're all spread out. There were some funny ones. All right.
Did you see the one from Ivan Smimov? Este un idol. Dirty website. Mero.
Bendiciones.
Frumos.
What is
Algerian Cultural? Another dirty website. Sunt Onal.
Yeah, I'm tired of going to those websites. Every time I'm surprised.
Comments? Every time I'm surprised. I think somebody's deleting these comments. Dave, are you deleting comments? Here we go. Here it is.
Which one?
I like it. Look, this one gives you some credit here. Sally Walker. Weird. She says, "This phone doesn't have a cord." Line of the episode so far. Wow. You probably don't even remember saying that, do you, Dave?
Yeah.
Just verbal diarrhea, guys. It's just coming out.
It's all off the cuff. Off the cuff.
On the cuff, off the cuff. Hey, you know what happened? Tina went to bed. I think I told Carrie this, maybe. Yes. Because it seemed like it'd resonate with him. Tina went to bed. She was like so exhausted. So she goes to bed, and I was doing something. I think I was listening or something. Probably not that. I was probably doing something else. But she just starts screaming. I go in there, and she said that while she's laying in bed, Kevin, a cockroach crawled onto her arm in bed. A cockroach.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and she basically didn't sleep the whole night. She wouldn't let me turn the light off to go to bed. She's like, no, you're not turning the light off. It'll come back.
So I saw one cockroach here in this place since I've been here. And then, of course, I started Googling what kind of diseases cockroaches have.
Of course.
Apparently, they have the bubonic plague, typhoid fever. I don't think I can get it, though. That's what I determined, unless I eat it. And I didn't eat it.
Now that you mention it, your eyes kind of look bubonic plaguey. I think you
a
might have caught it.
A little bubonic-y, yeah. I am starting to go in and out of consciousness as we speak.
I finally found it. Took me forever. So, Grumpy Picker. Oh, Kevin, you are the adult in the group. You can never leave the podcast. They will hurt themselves like running with scissors. They are dangerous to themselves.
Amen.
Save them. And
that's not false.
And if you're not at FlipCon, I'll be furious. You are the number one reason. Daily Refinement is number 2. And
Daily Refinement's going to be there?
Daily Refinement's going to be there.
Is number 3.
You got to listen to this, Dave. There's 20 people on that list that's going to speak. I don't think Kevin's speaking, but he's on the list for some reason. And 3 of them, guys, 3 of them graduated from the University of Utah. I just wanted to say that out loud. We're the best
Which is another reason not to go.
So, Carrie, I listened. You told me I had to listen, and I don't feel like I got much out of it.
Well, I didn't say that you were. I just wanted to talk because I feel like I want to be a part of this podcast.
So you weren't invited to this. What's that Reseller REMIX thing?
Yeah,
something.
It's like right down the. It's like right down the street. Yeah. I never hear from them. I don't know them though. To be honest, they seem nice though. I don't think I'm. I think I'm too.
Rich and Harry Tornado are going to be there together.
I think I'm too serious of a reseller.
You can't just buy tickets.
No, it's like $350. I'm not spending $350. No way.
Okay, so
he wants free room. I'm not going to this. I want a free room.
Yeah. I don't need a room. I live here.
I'm staying here.
Dude, I don't know any of these people. Oh, good. Rockstar Flippers. I'm buying a ticket. Rockstar Flippers going to be there. Okay, no, so Rally Roots are...
Do you want to know how to wholesale a remote controls? That's your guy there.
Listen. Okay, so Caddy and Vicky, never heard of them.
I've heard they're really nice, honestly.
Dominique Collins, never heard of Dominique Collins. Ryan and Allie Roots, you guys talk about them because you're obsessed with them. Josh and Haley, that's Harry Tornado, I know them.
That's a pay-per-view event, right?
The Hustlebee, never heard of the Hustlebee.
Hustlebee's good. He does shoes. He's cool.
Super Sale Trish, never heard of her.
Don't know who that is.
Casey Paris, world's best flipper, also known as Rockstar Flipper. Definitely heard of him. He's got that 100K plaque in his picture.
He has an i8 Beamer. He takes a lot of photos with it, guys.
Wade's Ventures, never heard of him.
In the pool. He's in the pool with
There's always the pool behind.
I have
Always
heard of the
behind
niche
him.
lady. I've heard of the niche lady. I think she lives in Vegas,
She's
right?
she's in Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've heard of
Sonny
her.
has moved on from CARY
Yeah,
and realized
exactly.
that
He
this lady
doesn't
can
hang
get
out
a
with me
portion
anymore, and he
spread.
hangs out with niche lady,
Jessica
who seems
Omen.
nice too.
Jessica Omen, Storage Warrior, never heard of her. Jason Deason, Man vs. Mystery, never heard of him. Jesse and Austin Smith, Yesterday Fits, never heard of him.
We should be getting a sponsor. We
Jason,
don't have a sponsor.
whatnot.
We have a
Yeah,
American
we are
Muscle.
really-
They should be.
Yeah, we
sponsoring
just
this
really
episode.
just sold that whole thing, dude. We get,
seriously?
you're doing the
So,
whole breakdown.
listen, here's
Except
why I'm
for we're
doing
not
it.
going.
Here's where I'm
Yeah,
doing
that's
it.
true.
Because any of you people who I've never heard of, you are invited to the show because clearly you're big enough to be there. You're big enough to be on our show. Reach out on Insta. We'll get you on as a special
Yes,
guest.
and I'll
we'll learn who
take
you
a
are.
break for the
Win-win.
week.
Wholesale. Cat I tried to say her last name. It didn't work out.
Gonna get canceled with these.
I know, we're exactly, we
Paul
are-
saying something about Asian people on it. Saying, "What's he doing?" You were on that
We're on-
thing.
Dude,
Cancel
the name
Silly
is.
Flipper
I
Live.
just don't know how to say the name. Is all I'm saying. TCHERNAVSKIKH. I don't know how to say that. I cannot successfully say that name. If you can, I'll be impressed. Oh wait, she's the CEO. I don't know. Anyways, so there's some sort of event. Carrie's not invited. Carrie's not definitely not spending $345. Definitely.
There's
not
no
spending
way.
$345.
There's no. I mean, no offense. I'm sure. I don't understand. Yeah, honestly, no
But
way.
he's gonna
No
travel all the
way.
way across the country.
It's because I want to hang out with you guys. It's because you're my friends.
Dude,
Because
does
his
that-
channel's
does
paying
that-
for it, y'all. That's
does
what
the-
he's really saying.
The truth.
Does
We're
the
almost got this
345
paid off, by the way.
Does the 345 include the hotel, or you have to buy the hotel separate in Vegas? Probably
You would
buy it
have
separate,
to.
right?
Yeah. Anybody going? You could
Circus,
just stay.
circus,
You
it's
could
like
you
12
could stay in
bucks.
my apartment for whatever less than whatever they're going to charge you at the hotel.
There you go. Just start
$100 a night.
Hey, you should do that, Carrie. When you come out here,
should.
you should rent your Airbnb your place out there.
I should. They could stay in my dirty
Steal your cards.
inventory room and steal my cards. Yeah, they're not like
One
any of them
thing-
are that valuable anyway.
One thing you might want to reach out to them on this, Carrie, just because you're like a local and you know all the secrets. They have a recommended.
Don't you know who I
accommodation
am?
section.
That's what he
Yeah.
should
Well,
start with
they have
the
a
message.
recommended accommodation section, and they didn't put Circus, so you could probably
Yeah,
let them know.
exactly. If you're going to Vegas, guys, you either want to get stabbed at Circus or stabbed at the Strat. One of the two. Do you want to be up high when you get stabbed, or do you want to be ground level?
And
It's a
Carrie's the
choice.
one doing the stabbing. He actually, his Friday evening, is in the alley behind Circus. He just chills back there.
No, I have one of those, because I used to be in theater. I have one of those prop knives that it looks like I stab you, but I don't. It's a fake.
But you still die though. So there's that.
Well, you have to play dead.
Okay,
We've
so,
crossed a lot of
Carrie-
lines I don't feel comfortable with so far.
So what's your bolo?
Okay, my bolo is something Dawn found. It is this this vintage stuffed animal that I shared in my video, guys. Dawn found it at my honey hole, at our secret honey hole in Utah.
Where's your secret honey hole?
I can't say, it's a secret.
Am I
But
the only one who thinks honey hole sounds gross? Is that like just me?
just go with it. It's a honey hole.
Like
And
I
it's-
was watching a podcast, the Reseller Clickbait podcast, because it's like my second favorite podcast after ours. And, they're talking about their honey holes. They had Tracy Parks in there. She's like, yeah, I showed her both my honey holes. And
Okay,
then they're
look.
like, I wish... This is literally...
I
I'm
really
just
do need to get out of this
directly
podcast.
quoting...
a molasses room. We'll call it
And
the
then they're
molasses
like, yeah,
room.
he was supposed to show me his honey hole, but he wouldn't. I don't know. It just plays weird to me.
Now that
But
you're
go on.
saying it weird like that, yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
repeating it.
But anyway,
okay, so
it was-
Carrie, tell me about your honey hole.
This is my honey hole, guys, and it was 20. It was only 25 cents for the stuffed animal. Let me be clear. It was for a stuffed animal, the Rushton Company Beagle. It was a beagle. It's like a 1960s, like those hard stuffed plushes that are like made of like wood chips or whatever. Like back in the day, they're not very soft like they are nowadays. It sold for $40 plus shipping, and she paid $25 for it. And it only took like a week or two to sell. So
awesome.
plushes can sell for really good money, guys, is what I'm trying to say.
You're amazing.
Just not on whatnot. All right, here's mine.
Yep.
Can you see this? I don't know if
Ready.
the camera's going to let you see
Is
that.
that a-
cash
is that a-
register or something?
Is
Cigarettes?
that an iPhone
cigarettes?
4?
See,
that
I
a-
figured you guys wouldn't know what the heck
Is that a
is.
vintage Zenith TV remote? Is
that-
that what that is?
Yes. So you guys probably don't remember these old remotes. They
don't.
have
Is that a
little buttons
Roku?
at the top, and you'd have to click them down. Click. People out there who are my age or older will remember these click down remotes, and I'll show it to you. And these are unsolds. Okay, mine's at the top.
Yeah.
But you see how these ridiculous. ridiculous prices for a remote control.
They look
Wow.
all over the place. 109, 449,
Right, they are. Right, so
399.
I decided to put mine at the bottom of the market at $75. This is big for this old
Yeah.
remote. They're easy to miss, but the solds on them are pretty good. There you go. The solds are not bad. I just wasn't going to price mine at whatever, $100.
50, yeah, 100, yeah.
Yeah. So
What did you pay?
Oh, I don't know. Nothing. Next to nothing.
So I actually did.
I should have paid more, Carrie.
I
paid
should
did
have.
try out Terapeak. Have you ever used Terapeak?
I have once or twice, and I just never bother with it. I hardly ever need it. I suppose I should.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of cool. It's like free with the store, and I was like doing comps for my footage I was editing today, and it was kind of cool. Like, so this knife I got that I paid too much for, fish knife, FISH.
Paid too much for.
Well, I paid $4, 25% off. So what is that? $3? Is that something like $3? Yeah.
Yeah, that is exactly
something,
three.
That is
something like
exactly
it.
what it is. But no, check this out. I'm going to share my screen again. And you guys listening, basically I'm going to show what I'm seeing. That's what sharing a screen is. So just so you know. Now, I'm not going to describe what I'm seeing. But look, you type in the name of this thing and it says the average sold price. It tells you the sold price range, how many have sold in the last year total. So 4, not many. Actually, no, this is for May to June. Oh, you can do custom dates too. See, I'm just learning this. Look at this. We can change it to a year. Research. And look at
Oh
that,
my gosh.
1579, and it
Oh
does,
my
like, a
gosh. Look
It's
at the
kinda
chart.
cool. And then down here it shows you all the solds of this exact knife. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. Like Paul, I give him credit. This is kind of a cool tool that I've never even used before. Anyway,
I hate to
Edit-
admit it, but Paul.
Edit that out. That we're giving him credit for anything. Can we just edit it out?
yeah,
and just
we'll
pretend
say,
like we're
we'll say
talking about
Raoul.
something else.
We'll change the name to Raoul.
Raoul.
Voiceover, yeah. Raoul told us about it.
Raoul. Just use that.
So yeah, $15.79. I paid $3. It's not a terrible flip, but it's not a great flip.
And that's your bolo that you're sharing. That.
No, I was showing my bolo is Terapeak. That you should use this free app.
You're
comes with your
cheating.
eBay.
Oh, we could
Yeah.
just say apps
Dude, I
now.
already
Well,
gave
my
you-
bolo is Bonanza. Bonanza. Because you could sell stuff there. Because that's not what the question was.
I already gave you my bolo like 10 minutes ago. You just weren't paying attention because
I
you have
wasn't.
ADD, dude.
Yeah, I don't know
sold
what's going
you.
on.
I told you
I
Nike
gotta-
Shocks. Nike Shocks. Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay,
Kevin's
go ahead,
trying to
Kevin.
speak.
I sold
Dave.
two
Sorry,
lawn
I'll
chairs
mute.
this week. The kind with the tubing straps on them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Sold 2 of those this week, and the market's gone down on them. Paul, of course, he's
saw
a good
that, $40,
reseller. I gave him
right?
credit, but he's learned all this from all these
Yeah.
people out there, and he doesn't forget. He knows pretty quick this stuff. But
like-
I think it was
He's
in
like an
his-
elephant.
I think it was like his
In many
Facebook
ways.
group. Did you know Paul has a Facebook group?
No.
What?
No,
What's it
you
called?
didn't? Yeah, Philly Flipper fans only or something like that.
Yeah, is that where
I
he's?
think-
It's Philly Flipper
Facebook
fans
group.
only.
I just searched for it and
offered to
ended up on the
include
wrong
in-
place.
Exactly. It's $5 a month. It's disappointing.
But he does have one, and they post stuff and whatever, so he doesn't have to go into everybody else's Facebook group and post and pimp out his videos. You know, he has his own now. But I think I saw somebody post one in theirs. They found. Oh, I know who it was. Bearded. No, there was another lawn chair one. Somebody bought 2 lawn chairs, but Bearded Thrift Machine got a rocking chair lawn chair. That was a good one. So people are selling. They're selling right now. I'm telling you.
I should
Nobody's
probably
got them.
list them. I've got like 7, so I should probably list them. That would be a good idea.
Well, I used to be like the only one sell. I saw it on Crazy Center like forever ago, and I was selling the heck out of those for years. And then I started talking about it, and I don't know if that's why it went down, but it started to go down.
I
Very
sold
good.
one, and it took me a really long time to ship, and then I stopped listing them because it took me so long to ship that one.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really for me,
I
as
hear
it
you.
were.
I gotcha.
But if you want to buy mine, just make sure to Instagram message me so I can ignore you and then make fun of you next week.
You might want to. I think you've hit your mic like twice since you put it right in front of your face, Dave.
Like that.
Yeah,
Hurt your ears.
yeah, a little bit.
I probably did. I don't like it here. I had it in a different spot for Philly Flipper Live, but I rolled into this show 3 minutes late, so I didn't have time to adjust anything.
So, Dave, I've got a question for you. This is
Yeah.
a perfect. If you met somebody, it was my video that came out today, which I'm sure you haven't watched it yet, but it's good. You should watch it. It
On
has
Picker?
a Star Wars. What's it called? It's called. Well, Dave will find it faster than me. He had no idea what it was worth, and it's a sealed Star Wars movie, but it's the one from like 97 or something. It's not
yeah,
worth it.
the trilogy.
Right. And I put the same little picture of me in there, but I have my knees cut off this time, so y'all don't laugh at me. And this guy in the video is hilarious. You should really, really watch this video. This guy is so
you look
funny.
like a dwarf. I mean, how is this better?
Here's
you
the thing.
You look like you're 3'4".
If you guys want to have a good time, if you're ever bored and late night or early morning, go through Kevin's thumbnails and just look at his terrible editing. Like, he'll edit his feet off.
Dude, he looks like he's hiding in the bushes. There's a gnome in my bushes. There's a gnome.
Listen, I had one today before I put that on there, and I looked at it, and my finger was gone.
That is hilarious.
Why is this man in my bushes yelling seriously? What's even happening?
It's the Hobbit, the Shire.
Is that the new trend, though? Just do small pictures of ourselves in the...
Whatever. And Kayla puts
in the
her
thumbnail?
in, she's like,
Okay.
like bigger than the yard sale.
Dude, Kayla looked so aggressive. Did you see her latest one? Let me show you. She doesn't listen.
She
guys,
is
so we can
aggressive. Paul
Look
and
at
her
this.
aggressive.
Look at
I'm
this.
not with friends. They're so competitive.
That's like half the thumbnail.
Look how excited she is.
I'd be excited too. Did you watch that video?
No, but dude,
Oh my gosh.
Carrie's face in his latest. Look at this beauty.
Sweaty headband. Sweaty headband.
Headband.
Sweaty headband.
That was fun making fun of all of you guys.
All right,
but,
so
thank
what were
you.
you
going
saying?
back to what I was talking about is I seriously had to think about, seriously, no pun intended, because that's what I said in the thing. I had to think about this title because I'm talking to this guy. He's like, "What's your name?" And he's asking me to tell him how much all his stuff is worth because he's like, somebody told him I was a YouTuber or whatever, and I sell this stuff. Somebody who was there was warning him, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Good.
And he was all over, and he's like, "What's your name? Are you talking?" He's like, "My name's Chris Brown." I'm like, "Oh, thumbnail. I met Chris Brown at a yard sale." I'm thinking, I'll put that. You don't know who Chris Brown is?
Yeah.
I've never
I'm
heard of
surprised
Chris
you know
Brown.
who Chris Brown is.
I've never heard of him.
I thought that'd be perfect. I said Dave would do that. I met Chris Brown at the yard sale. I can see him.
Do any of
my
you guys,
inner Chris Brown?
do any of you guys say stuff at garage sales thinking that will be like the title of your garage sale? Like, I want it
don't do
all,
it.
or I'm going to fight you.
I don't do it on purpose, but when I say something and I'll walk away, I'm like, "There's the thumbnail, there's the story." I say it all the time with people I'm with. I'm like, that was because you have to have a top every video. It's got to have something. It can't just be the random garbage Dave finds at somebody's house.
It's got to have a hook. It's got to have a hook.
Well, I went to the flea market. First of all, I had a great Saturday yard selling. I think I found my honey hole, as it were, Carrie. As far as
Was it on
towns go.
Commonwealth Boulevard?
Yes, it was near Commonwealth Boulevard, exactly. And it's like, it felt like I was in North Carolina. It really did. Like, the people were way younger. They had actual stuff that wasn't garbage. Actually, I know I live in one of the top 5 retirement towns in the U.S. as rated by Forbes. So I think it's not the best place to yard sale. But 45 minutes away, I found a place that feels like...
Yeah, exactly. It's a great place for estate sales, though.
And that's true. I only find good finds at estate sales here. Like, I did a video where I got, what was it, like 160 cassettes for 12 cents a piece at an estate sale last week.
You got to start bringing brownies and stuff to your neighbors so you can kind of get a quick peek on what they have in the house. So when they, in the next couple months when they have the estate sale, you'll be ready.
I like that, yeah. And, I mean, what am I putting in the brownies to make them die?
No, I'm not saying... That's not what I was implying. I was implying doing something nice, but then just knowing what's up.
There's a lot of murder in this episode.
But
that's not what I meant.
Tim over the years and Eric and those guys, sure enough. And we're at they were at this guy's house, and they walk in, and they're trying to do a pick, and the house is insane, full of great stuff. And Eric tells me I shouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you. He's like, "Dude, if you ever see," because the guy was really old and not in good shape. He's like, "You need to pay attention because there's going to be an estate sale here pretty soon. So you need to go to this estate sale." I'm like, "Dude."
A
it
little
was
dark.
pretty funny. It's
Yeah.
true, though. He definitely was struggling.
So I've got this opportunity to do a video. I don't know if I want to do it because it was like really uncomfortable. I went to the flea market. This guy had a tin full of patches, military patches. I was like, oh, I've bought tins like that or like things full of patches before and sold them for like $50-$60, right? If you have enough in there and there's some decent ones. And so I was like, yeah, they're all military. They're kind of run of the mill. And like I'm looking at him and he comes up to me and he's like, Yeah, I'm packing up. I'm like, oh, okay. I was just looking at these patches. He's like, well, they're 30 for all of them. I said, okay, well, maybe. And I'm, continue to look through them, and he's like walking back to his car and coming back and forth. And I'm like looking through, I'm trying to see what else is in there, right? And I'm, about halfway down to the bottom, and he's like, I said I'm closing up, and he rips it out of my hand and closes it.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, okay.
Oh, use that. That's great.
And I was just like, I don't really understand why he did it. And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I wanted to see what was in there if I'm going to spend $30. Like, whatever, I'm packing up, I'm leaving. And he still had, like, tons of things to pack. Like, just, it was really
He didn't
weird.
have to pack that. He didn't like me. That's funny.
Yeah.
He didn't like me. And so there's only two things I can think. One, he thought I might steal him and he didn't have time to keep eyes on me. Or two, he saw the camera and didn't want, the government to find out about tax evasion. I think it's one of those two things. I'm not sure. It's probably the stealing one, though, is my thought. Just because, I don't know. I feel like that's the only one that makes sense to me. But my son was with me, and he was like, that was really weird. I'm like, yeah, that was really weird.
That is. Because every time I've done garage sales, in all honesty, I don't really care if people steal stuff because I don't want to bring it back inside.
Yeah, true.
So if they want something bad enough to steal it,
patches, like who's gonna steal these patches? Like it just was weird. It was maybe I will do. I found like nothing.
Have you done those?
You're gonna go steal them now?
Have you done the stealing title in a video yet?
No,
I was able to. I think I've done it twice. One is I bought something and I took the hanger with me, and the lady like tracked me down, like give me my hanger back. I'm like caught stealing in the yard sale. And then the other one, a dog literally came into the yard sale and grabbed a toy and took off running. I'm like caught stealing at a yard sale, right?
Well, there we go.
I have to actually. I'm not to that part of the footage. I need to see how much of it I caught on tape. I wish I could have gotten his face though, because like he was looking at me with such venom. Like it would have been really cool to get his facial expression in there.
Should ask him to come back. Hey, come back! Can you do that again?
Can you like be a jerk again and just really break my heart like you just did?
In his defense, have you ever done a garage sale where you're asking straight eBay prices and nobody buys anything? You start to get pissed off after a while. You're like, that's what it's worth. Yeah, I hate that.
So frustrating. They all actually they were just straight lying. I could make a whole video about just the straight up lies I heard at the flea market.
There you go.
Every one of
them. That's
them.
the title. Straight up lies I heard.
They'd be like,
yeah, that is actually a good title.
A vintage rare tape measure you're holding there. It sells for $40 on eBay, and I'm like looking it up on eBay. It sells for $4.99. I'm like, dude, I have a phone. Like, what the heck? You just straight up.
My favorite is this because I get so awkward. Like, I just walk away when they give me weird prices. I don't even say I'm leaving. I just walk away. And I saw a PS3 this weekend, and I asked. I knew it was going to be overpriced. They said 80. I immediately knew I'm not even going to bother, right? Yeah. And I start walking off, and they're like, our low is 65. And I'm like, your low isn't even, like, close to what I would pay.
Did you see?
Your low is a lot higher than mine.
I did a video, and I don't know what it was. I wish I could find it. And they had two prices on every item. Every item had two prices. And I asked the lady, this is not a joke, this is for real. I said, why are there two prices? She's like, one is the price we're asking, and the other is the price we won't go below. I think you gotta be kidding
I'll
me.
just take the won't go below price on everything, please. Yeah, it was weird. It was definitely weird. Like, it was cool though, because my son went with me, my mom went with me, and my wife went with me. So it was like a little bit of a family affair. And at one of the sales, someone's selling a PS3 CARY, just like you're talking about. And they also had a pile of games. And in that game is a bolo alert, F1 2014 for PS3. It's a racing game. It sells for like $35 to $40 pre-owned, like $80 to $100 if it's new. But the case is empty. And they tell us, they're like, yeah, well, that game's in the console, right? So, but we can't get it out right now, so you just got to buy the console. The console's $50.
Trust us.
And we're like, no, and my son was the one who found it.
Oh,
so
you should have done it and done a video.
Well, listen, so check it out. We're gonna get a video out of this because my son only had $20. He didn't have 50, and he's like, honestly, if it's a $40 game and you get a PS3 for 50, it's not that bad of a buy. It's not terrible. And so, he's like, I only have 20 though, Dad. And I said, well, okay, let's go back and talk to him. And so I said, hey, is there any chance you have a power cable? It's a very common figure 8 power cable. Let's just open it up. He really just wants to buy that game for $5 because the other games are $5. And so they get the power cord. They come out, they plug it in, press the eject button. Nothing.
No game.
Out. Nothing at all. There's no game. And the dad looks at the kid who's selling. He's like, Billy, I don't know his name. Billy, why did you say it was in there?
Threw his kid under the bus. I love it. He's like, Billy. I raised you better.
That's pretty good.
That's funny.
funny.
That's good. That's a good one. That'd been a good one. So I did it. I bought a purple ab roller at 301.
I'm sorry.
And you bought. What are you talking about? I love those.
A lot of
things.
work.
And so I keep a screwdriver in my car that I go garage selling with, but I've started to go in my truck now. So I didn't have a screwdriver. So you would think at 100 miles of yard sales you could find a screwdriver. We went hours and I couldn't find a screwdriver at a yard sale to break it down because it's a big old thing in my car. Do you bring anything with you to yard sales, Cary or Dave or Dawn or whoever, like that you use? Like I bring a magnifying glass and I bring I forgot my blacklight lately and a magnet and a screwdriver. What do you bring?
I bring one of those like police batons when I need to get a little bit when I'm negotiating.
I found when circus too.
Exactly that. No, I should bring batteries. That's the one I always think. When I need it, I'm like, I should have brought batteries, but then I also remember it's a miracle that I'm even up this early to go garage selling. I should just be thankful that I'm here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When you go to Raiders games, you should
one
bring
extra
batteries.
pair of underwear.
Yes.
Just one pair of underwear is all I bring extra, just in
That's
case.
extra.
Yeah,
a
that's a
blowout
good
or
idea.
something.
Because he is eating anything that is at a garage sale.
You never know when you're eating those donuts and burritos.
Exactly.
Like you might need those extra underwear.
He's not checking to see if they've got food permits, folks.
There's
He's just going to eat it.
idea for your channel there. The best garage sale lemonade.
Food. Yeah,
The best
some of that
garage
lemonade is so sweet.
I know.
Most
It'll
of the
break your
lemonade
brain.
is
And you always feel so terrible when you spit it out and you just give the kid a dirty look.
Yeah,
And I hate that. I'm like, I paid money for this. I expect better work.
Yeah,
You know?
I've done that a lot too. So actually, I've kind of got this thing, Kevin, where I'm intentionally being unprepared because it makes my viewers so angry. Bring an IKEA bag. Bring an IKEA bag. I was like, nah,
Dude, I've heard
I'm
it
just
for
gonna keep
years,
not
man.
bringing an IKEA bag.
Why don't you have a crescent wrench on you?
I don't know. Is it? I just feel weird rolling up with a freaking giant bag that I'm gonna.
Depends
load
on
your
what
stuff
sale.
in. I
There's
just feel
some
weird.
sales I'll bring one too. I mean,
Yeah.
church sales I bring. When I go up to the Joyce
Yeah.
Junk, man, I have like 8 of them.
I think I need to start bringing them to estate sales because the whole table's always full. You really gotta check out these estate sales. They're wild down here. You wouldn't even believe how much crap these people have. It's insane.
Speaking of estate sales, somebody DM'd me on Instagram today, and they're like, I'm sure you know about this estate sale in Vegas. And of course I didn't, because I don't like estate sales. I really don't like them because they're always overpriced. And so we went to this estate sale against our better judgment, and I walk in, and the guy, what he's trying to do is sell like lots of stuff. So I couldn't buy one comic book; I had to buy a box for $100. And he was really smooth because he'd put like 2 decent comic books in the front, and then fill the box with a bunch of junk. And then we were trying to buy one toy, and he's like, "It's going to be like some ridiculous price unless you buy a ton of toys." But that doesn't give you much hope to negotiate if their first toy is like
So it's like exactly
double the
what you
regular
do on
price.
Whatnot
Yeah.
every single week. I got you.
Well, yes, exactly. But I'm the one that's supposed to do that, not them. No, I'm just kidding. No, I start on Whatnot. I start stuff at $1. So I mean, it could sell for $1 theoretically, and does.
Theoretically, and then it does every time.
Well, sometimes.
I'm looking forward.
I've got a changed topic here. I got an NFT. I need your advice, which is scary that I just said that to you too.
Okay.
So
ready.
I have an NFT meeting. This company, I told you before, they're like seriously
yeah.
want to do an NFT, and I'm just like, I don't want to offend my audience, whatever. But like this meeting's going to happen, and it's the homework assignment is to come up with levels of NFTs and what people would get for their NFTs. So what do you think of this? 10% off anything in my eBay store for like the lowest level NFT, and like a gift pack sticker, all my stickers, even trash to cash or something like that. And see, the top level would be I'll fly out to wherever you live and I'll go to garage sales with you. What do you think?
I like the top level. That's
the
cool.
lowest tier being the privilege of spending money on your store is a little weird. I don't know if I like that one too much. The other two
there's
seem
lots
good.
of people
The other
who
two
buy
seem
a
good.
lot of stuff, Plus, you get a digital, enema or something, I mean,
Digital.
Who doesn't want that?
Let's start the podcast off with that. You get a digital enema.
That's the best kind of enema. Dude. Okay, so you want to talk about NFTs?
It'll
for the
virtually
fake
get
metaverse,
things moving for you.
for the fake metaverse that doesn't and won't ever exist. Gotcha. I keep finding more. And
It's
more
a good
content
time to
about
start NFTs right now too, with the whole market just crashing.
crashing. burning.
I'm just
Is it
playing.
actually crashing? I don't know anything.
I
about
don't.
it. How do you even
It
track
Some
that?
already
NFTs.
did crash. Yeah, everything's crashed. What hasn't crashed? Everything's crashed.
Yeah, no.
The fuel market is not crashed.
No, it's
Tupperware
great.
market's still strong.
Great.
Yeah, even with Kayla selling it and Paul's picking it up now. Like, what are y'all crazy lamp lady picked up Tupperware for goodness sake?
That's bizarre. I don't know why she would do that. Did she sell it in one of her auctions?
I don't know what she did with it.
So
but she
Crazy
mentioned
Lamp
me,
Lady
and I was very
basically
happy.
does like the Josh Whatnot thing, but on eBay to old ladies, right? Is that offensive to say, or is it just accurate?
Well, you said it, so it's too
It's
late
not
to
just old
decide if
ladies.
it.
A lot of people like glass and
Well-
mid-century modern stuff.
All I'm saying is like people get up in arms
I
saying
enjoy
Josh.
watching it.
People get up in arms saying Josh is taking advantage of viewers by selling stuff on.
Oh,
Whatnot
I
to
made this
viewers.
argument
this
quite
is
a while
literally
ago.
Lady Lamp Lady.
There's a lot of kids in high school playing Fortnite and then getting glass and eBay auctions at night. I've
There you
heard
go.
of it.
There's another one for an NFT. Like I'll be like at garage sales and like, all right, here, this is an NFT item, and I'll give it away. Something I'll buy. I'm like, all right, if you got this NFT, see, he's got Gary Vee has the gift goat. So if you own that NFT, he just sends you gifts.
Wow.
So I could
That's
do that.
kinda
I'll be
cool.
like, here's this ashtray. Enjoy. I like it.
I think it's cool, Kev. I think it's cool. I've lost interest though. Can we move on?
Of
Would that
course.
be cool? Our viewers probably did
I'm
too.
all for
No, I think it's a good idea. I like the. How much are you going to charge for the top one where you fly out though? Is it going to be
well,
like
that'd be a lot.
tw- 20, 25,000? US?
No,
30,000?
that's a little, dude.
30?
30,000. Kevin sold his Edamans for too cheap, so his NFT will be too cheap. You know I'm buying that thing the minute it comes out.
Oh,
Kevin
I'm buying
won't go
the
yard
NFTs
sailing
too.
with me, so I just Okay, no, this was my question. I had a real question. I don't know for sure if either of you would know, but I guarantee a viewer knows. What's the guy called? Post office guy, the postman. My
Postmaster General.
the guy who delivers the mail. My Joey Bada Bing, as it were.
Yep.
When he went to pick up my 90 packages after my Whatnot auction, he was fairly upset because I had set up a pickup for 15 packages and I had 90. So he was a little confused by that, but then he implied to my wife that he gets some sort of money for every package he picks up at my house, some sort of like a sales bonus.
So this is a contractor that they're having do pickups because they can't. I'm assuming, like,
I don't
because
know. He's
around
in a
here they don't
Good
have
point, yeah.
contractors. They don't have contract. They actually have the people who do those routes go back and pick them up after their routes, which is why I had so much trouble because they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to do pickups because they make me do the pickups. I don't have enough space in my car at the beginning of the route, blah, blah, blah. So I bet they're doing contract stuff.
Maybe.
I bet they're paying somebody and then paying them per package is my guess.
I feel like I heard Lonnie mention it too with his postal worker getting some sort of financial bonus or something. If anyone knows how that all works, like comment down below. I'm really curious because I could give him all types of stuff on my front porch if he wants them. Like I'm happy to put stuff out. I intentionally spread out my shipments so I'm not driving them nuts.
Well, there's private contracted post office or drop offs and stuff,
Yeah.
and they get money for. So I don't see why this would be
That
any
makes
very
sense,
different.
yeah. Yeah, they get like a little vig for that. So anyways, I thought that was kind of cool. It would be nice. It would make me feel less guilty when he's out there in the 100-degree weather loading all these packages into his truck if I knew he was getting paid for it.
Well, he's certainly getting paid for something.
You'll feel a lot less guilty if you just pull the shades and you don't watch. You just pretend it's not happening.
Juice? I felt like I feel like Chad Juice just got my like old man grumpy mentality. Except for he's like way grumpier than me. See, he went to the post office and did you see this in his story? He goes in there and he's like, I take my packages in and I went to the desk and I asked her to scan them in and give me the receipt. She said, you could use the kiosk out there in the lobby. He's like, yeah. He said, it's your job, right?
Oh.
This is Chad Juice, man. I'm like, this is
I've been using the kiosk lately for my Whatnot stuff because it's less.
To scan
I
each
have no
package.
key.
It is, but
No
it's less
kiosk.
stress. It's less stress.
Like they should have something where like
less stress. He's non-confrontational. He doesn't.
Yeah,
want to
you know
confront
that, guys.
The postal worker to
To
do
be
their
fair,
job.
no, they've been really cool with me, but I feel like I'm pushing my luck, so I'm just gonna go to the kiosk.
well, we were all scared because of Kevin's 8 videos about how the post office hates him.
I know. I've never seen a grown man so violently angry than
New
those
employees
stories.
there. There's two people who are still there that are the same, and then there's a new employee. And so I just walk over to her, and she's pleasant and nice and kind and awesome. And those are the people that get run over in life. It's pretty sad.
By
Wow.
Kevin.
Not by me. I was nice to her too.
Like,
And I
Kevin's
waved
dropping.
The other ones out the door.
You could tell he's a
32
you could tell he's a
minutes,
Gen Xer with his jaded thought on life right there.
Dude, did you know 44% of our audience is female and 55%
Wow.
is male?
I wouldn't have
That's
thought
a
that. I would
surprising
have
split. Yeah, that's a surprising split.
I would have thought like 86% of our audience was over 65 because of Kevin. That's what I would have thought.
No, only 7% is over 65. So that's,
Which is great. I love everybody. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I just Kevin has a demo.
No, this is not true. I'm
I
telling
don't
you.
like. I don't even get it. I think I commented on one of Kevin's stories. The dude puts music from the 50s and 60s.
Exactly.
He's not that old. It doesn't even make sense.
It is funny. Yeah, it's like Buck Owens. I'm like, isn't he like from the 40s? You're
Like, what in the world?
Oh,
Dude, you
man.
were like, what are you, like 42, 43? I don't even know how old you are. But you're not
40.
that old, Kev.
So I went to. I didn't want to admit this. I almost put it on my story, but I'm like, let's just give them more fodder. I went to Downton Abbey. I talked about that. I went to Downton Abbey, and I'm
Later,
listening
later.
to like movie. I'm listening to music from the 30s. I'm like, this is really good stuff, man. I have to go look up some 30s music.
hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime doll.
Classic. That's classic. Now, Kevin, while you were seeing Downton Abbey, I was seeing Top Gun for the fourth time.
Yeah, well,
And it still holds up, guys. It still holds up. 4 times, no problem.
no.
Here's my hot take. I saw Elvis, and
Oh,
it
how
was
was Elvis?
better.
Okay, I wanna
It was
hear.
better than Top Gun. And this is why it was better. It's Baz Luhrmann, so he's very creative. So it was a little weird how they filmed
Dark.
it, but yeah, and musical, like super musical theater.
I like musical movies.
Yeah, it was awesome, but this is why it was great. Austin Butler, the guy who plays Elvis, is absolutely amazing. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, it is insane how good he
looked
is.
impressive in the trailer.
He's saying everything. His accent, like, it changed through the years based on his age. I mean, it was
Did you
very well
see
done.
Joaquin Phoenix in the Johnny Cash.
Yeah,
Did
it
you see
reminded.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah, it
Very,
reminded me
very
a
good.
lot of that. Like, I was thinking the whole time, I'm like, this is his career-defining movie. This is
Was
his
it
Joaquin Phoenix, Johnny
Well,
Cash movie.
Since I'm the only one here in the podcast that was alive when Elvis was alive, I'm kind of sad that you went to see it before me, so I'll have to go check it out.
Well,
Dude,
but
so
was
good,
it
so
like
good.
the performance of John C. Reilly in Walk Hard? Was it that level, or
No, nothing can beat anything John C. Reilly. Not John C. Reilly in Step Brothers, or even that stupid one he did where he was like in a Christmas movie with Will Farley. Not even that. Will
was that
Farley?
Four Christmases?
Farley?
4 Christmases, right?
I forgot what that was. No, he was in one that was like they were both they were like, oh gosh, Sherlock Holmes or something and Watson.
Holmes and Watson. Oh, that was
That
a
was
pile of
so
crap.
terrible. And I love both those guys. Like,
That was so bad. Dude,
Yeah.
really better than I think. No, I think you
Here,
need to watch Top
let
Gun
me-
again.
no,
I think you
it-
need to go watch Top Gun again.
I'd say it's like I liked it better. I'm not saying it was better. I liked it slightly better. The action, probably the best action movie ever made is that Top Gun. I swear, it's amazing.
The cinematography in Top Gun
cinematography
is insane.
is different. It was amazing in Elvis too, but the acting is really what puts Elvis over the top. Except
Yeah, I
for
really
Tom
didn't see
Hanks. Tom Hanks is really weird in the movie, to be honest.
Well,
It's
he's
been weird for a
playing
couple
Colonel
years now.
Parker. I mean, it's
Remember his
kind of
nipples? They're huge.
in the.
Yeah,
Kevin's face was so good right there.
yeah.
thumbnail.
Guys, come
I don't
watch
know.
just for that. It's so good. Kevin's so disappointed that I took it straight to nipples.
I keep thinking like it's Tom Hanks 30 years. Because if you guys know Tom Hanks movies, he was in That Thing You Do, and he was the manager in That Thing You Do, and it kind of just makes me think 30 years later now he's old,
Speaking
fat,
of
and
good
like
movie, or
Dutch
good
or
music.
something. Yes,
Well,
that's probably one of the best movies for fictitious music that doesn't really
that was
exist.
Good stuff. It was good.
It was.
Oh,
If
the
I can
monkeys,
actually-
just in general, Milli Vanilli.
If I can actually get
Oh,
all
Milli
my
Vanilli.
footage-
Blame it on the rain, Kevin.
Did you notice we're talking over Dave? This is
That's
funny.
This is great.
Did you know every time something's not true, or every time Paul steals something from me, I always put on my story with Milli Vanilli music. I don't know if anybody catches that, but
No, I never.
Oh, that's a deep cut because if you guys don't know the Milli Vanilli scandal, apparently they didn't really sing their songs. It was fake. And I love Milli Vanilli. You put "Blame It on the Rain," I'm scream singing that for 2.5 minutes straight.
So who?
I love that
sang
song,
their
honestly.
songs?
No, they didn't
Yeah.
sing their songs.
Who
No,
sang
but
them?
that's a good question. I don't know that they certainly didn't look as attractive as Millie.
It was like
tell you.
3 people, and they were like in their 40s. So it wasn't like They didn't have the dreadlocks and the shoulder pads that Kevin had back in the late 80s. That was the thing.
Well, okay, so
The
maybe
hammer
I've got to go
pants.
see it.
The
Maybe I've
hammer
gotta go
pants?
see
Oh,
it.
man, those are so good. There's got to be a picture of you in hammer pants somewhere,
I never
Kevin.
wore them. My brother
man.
did, and one of my best buddies did, but I never wore them.
Did you have a rat tail? Did you have
MC kind of guy? You know?
Oh, young MC?
Yeah,
Nice.
And then moved on to Snoop and Easy, and we moved on.
Did you have like the mullet with the steps in it?
I had the mullet, no steps. No steps.
I had various different steps throughout the years. I had the middle step, like Alien Ant Farm. Dave, you might remember Alien Ant Farm. I had the middle one. And then I had 3 steps on the side. I did it a couple times.
I was just rocking the bowl cut the whole time, so you guys
Whatever the Flowbee would do is what I usually got.
Exactly.
Flowbee. I walked past the first place I ever found a Flowbee the other day, and I told my wife, I'm like, I found it. She's like, I don't care.
Yeah, she doesn't. She told me she didn't care.
She's like, yeah.
Carrie, I think you just liked Elvis better because you love musicals and
I do.
anything. Yeah, I mean,
Do they
that's
take
gonna-
it through his death?
Yeah, they take it up until right before he dies, and then they just
They do the
spoiler
words on
alert.
the screen.
Spoiler alert. Elvis dies at the end of this movie, guys.
Elvis has left the planet.
No, but what was really interesting about this movie, I think it's not giving anything away, is it really kind of shows how, like, it humanizes him a lot because he's so mythical. He's such a myth, you know, and it really humanizes him. And I thought that was really
fame does to it's like
what fame does to somebody.
You know, his YouTube success. What has it done? It's made him.
Dave at one time was a sweet, kind-hearted kid, and now he's a jaded sociopath,
drug addict. You know.
Yeah, I mean, there's some drugs
Baja
involved.
Blast
We don't talk about it on the podcast out of respect for Dave, but there's some stuff when we turn off the podcast that's disconcerting for sure.
It's true.
That's what happened to Rockstar Flipper.
He's so good.
It's just the success just
it just gets to your head.
Rockstar and
we got
it could.
follower on the podcast, All American Mac, and All American Mac looks like they have a food channel. Maybe that's some cross pollination from my cooking.
Oh, dude,
channel,
you're
guys.
getting the mac and cheese crowd in.
You guys, the mac and cheese crowd. That's really cool.
Oh man,
Thrifty Divas. It's like sorted
You're
by
getting a
most.
Thrifty
viewers.
Divas. They follow my Garage Sale Nation channel. Hey, I got to give a shout out. It's at the end of the video. I should do it somewhere else. Ray Nashville Flippers made the new logo, which Dave should pull up right now on the Garage Sale Nation YouTube channel.
American Bubble Boy too. Have we mentioned them at all?
We did one time. We need to mention
Reseller
them.
Genie.
Reseller Genie's done, so they're gonna have to pay up. Although I will say we should put my
Take
link
that back.
for Reseller Genie below because they're.
I have one too, so you could use mine as well. DM me.
Is there a link or is there a code? Because someone was messaging me saying they couldn't find the code.
Both.
Do you have to do like if they did
Either.
Kevin's link and my code?
Either.
Which one counts though?
Well, that's a good
The
question.
code probably is the big
It better
deal.
be me.
It's probably the
see
code.
the little. You
That's
see
the
the little
big deal.
Garage Sale Nation there, their little
Yeah,
profile
it's
picture.
exactly like
I
his
knew
logo.
exactly.
That does look
That's
a
why
lot
I
like his logo.
contacted. I told him, I'm like, dude, that's the image I want for Garage Sale Nation. That's
It's
what I
literally
want.
the same.
Yeah,
He just
it's
put
not,
Garage
but
Sale
it's
Nation
close.
on it.
Dude, he
That's
just
what I
needs to
told him
add
I
his
wanted.
face to it. That's all he needs to do. Just add his face to your logo. Kevin,
I
it's
feel
weird though
like-
when I search for it, check this out. First thing that comes up is Froggy. Garage Sale Nation. Froggy Flips, number one.
Well, the biggest garage sale in the nation. Yeah, I can get that.
And then number 2 is Garage Sale Nation with the old logo, which is weird.
Oh,
See the little man just waiting
That's
to jump
the
in your
Commonwealth
butthole?
auction logo. Have you
You
seen
and-
Garage Sale Nation on Facebook? 8,000 today.
That was because
I was hoping
I
for
did all the work.
10,000 by the end
The
of the
Georgia
summer. It's
Picker.
it might be 10,000 by the end of the month.
Do you guys know the Georgia Picker? I've never even heard of this.
He
No.
picks peaches. It's about peaches. Millions
Millions of peaches. Good one, Kevin.
I put that one. I put that one on my story before too.
All right, guys, go comment on the Georgia Picker and say he was featured on this week's episode of Trash to Cash. Check him out. I've never watched him though, so I can't say.
Yeah,
know,
what are
if
you
it's
doing? You're
safe.
supposed to sell this. You're supposed
doing-
to sell this.
He's
Shout
getting
out.
more views than me, which is kind of sad to me,
Not
but
hard.
good for him. It's good for him or her
Now,
or both
just to
of
let
them.
you know, Georgia Picker, we charge $1,000 for a shout out, so PayPal me and we'll be all squared up. You know?
PayPal Dave. don't
We
pay-
shout do that. We should just like do forced shout outs.
NFTs. There you go. I could have an NFT. Would be like, all right, this is how much you pay, and you get a shout out for your channel, or you get. That's what I should do. I should
Dude,
sell
shout
an
outs is a
NFT.
good thing. Yeah.
I should do an NFT for a guest. If you buy this tier, you get to be a guest on the on the Trash to Cash podcast.
No,
Trash
that's
to
the
Cash.
Trash to Cash NFT.
No, the NFT for Trash to Cash, we just call them in an episode, and we get to like make fun of them for 3 minutes.
You call them.
Yeah,
3 minutes of us just.
Is your refrigerator running? Better
I got
go
somebody.
catch it.
Because you suck.
Somebody seriously sent me a message about wanting to get naming rights for the shed. A serious message. And I got to look at it, but I can't
You
find
should do it.
Yeah. But what if
That's
it's like something stupid?
Well, it's like Enterprise Rentals,
like-
Commonwealth Shed,
PNC Park.
PNC Park Shed.
It's one of those bots that always comments on our YouTube videos. Just
Dude, if it was Baja Blast, the Baja Blast Shed, that'd be
yeah, you should call it the Baja Blast Shed if you don't get a sponsorship.
That'd be good. Oh, we gotta end this. All right, thank you guys for watching. No one watches the past 30 minutes anyway.
Yeah, if
so
you're
those of you
still
who are
here,
thank you.
Rethink
You're
your life.
And
love
let's
you.
tell some friends about this show. I know it's embarrassing, but you gotta tell them.
Sure.
You gotta tell them. You know, and
Sharing
give us
is
a review on
caring, guys.
iTunes. Before we go, can we just look? Because some people did leave reviews, and we should definitely give them some shout out. Baker Julie said, I listen and watch every week. It helps that I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy. I enjoy all 3 of your different personalities and how they mesh. Keep up the good work. Also, what not to love about these guys from Seawater Jr. Great show. Listen every week. Keep up the good work. And then
Thank you.
That's it. The other one's about Bob Barker not being dead. People must come look at our reviews and be like, "What? Bob Barker's not dead?"
My wife
What?
said, I thought he was dead too.
I really thought he was dead. I didn't think we were. I thought he'd been dead since the 90s. No offense, but
Please
Mandela
get your
effect.
cats spayed and neutered.